This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your move. That's it.
Turner, he's checked in for Indiana. Andrew Nembhard comes in for T.J. McConnell. You know, Greg, with this being Game 3 of the group stage, you have to start looking at how tiebreakers might work for teams that have the same record in group play. I mean, it's fascinating.
And I believe the first tiebreaker is head-to-head record in the group. If that doesn't solve it, a tie then goes down to each team's point differential. So there are a few more tiebreakers after that, but those two should take care of almost all ties. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. They grab their own miss. Bucket is good.
He seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Turner with the screen for Halliburton. Jacks up a three. Rebound by the Pistons. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
Yeah, I remember last time they met up, they just got ran out of the building. They weren't too happy with some of the calls in that game either.
Yeah, they wound up with a lot of foul trouble, but that's on them. The officials were calling, complaining, and the game kept getting out of control.
Once again, Halliburton finds Nesmith. Off target from three-point range.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And this would be a terror
for Indiana. Siakam is checked in for Toppin. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Nesmith. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. Well, Greg, we saw in the 2024 regular season that these Pacers actually led the NBA in assists.
Averaging over 30 assists a game. Now that's ball movement. These Pacers really trust one another and love to share the load offensively.
And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
1:16 left here in the second. Here's Wennington. 17 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. The three-pointer no good. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a win against Portland. Back to Mathurin. Indiana moving the ball around. Siakam for three. That shot misses.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And here's Booker from the arc. Here's Wennington, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. And so it's Indiana with it. They trail by 1. Pass to Nembhard. Back to McConnell. Turner with it. Over Stewart. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Here's Wennington. Off target from outside. Here's Nembhard. Defended by Booker. There's Siakam. And the layup's good off the glass. Siakam's got his first basket. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Pacers lead by 1. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Big get for them. D-Book? Come on, man. Put him on any offense in this league, instantly it gets better.
Yeah, what I like about Book is when he doesn't have a good look or he's just not feeling it, he has no problem giving up the ball to someone else.
Shifting focus. How about this tight game the Detroit Pistons find themselves in?
I like their approach on the boards. Get in there, establish position. Aggressively go after the ball, Ernie.
If they come out on top tonight, Shaq, that's how they're going to do it. By being more active and more physical than the other team.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. The Prodigy having a great impact in this game.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And now an update on Aaron Neesmith from David Aldridge. David, what'd you find out?
Guys, I was able to catch up with Indiana's head athletic trainer. Unfortunately, he's saying it appears to be a broken ankle, which, if it's true, would be devastating. Unfortunately, they've ruled him out for tonight and likely for the foreseeable future. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Was really hoping for better news than that, but that does not sound encouraging.
Yeah, we always think about when players go down, how terrible a blow it can be for the team. We wish him well and hope he's on the floor quickly.
On the court for the Pistons, they've got Weddington. He's out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Booker in at the point guard position. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What's up? What do you got for us, DA?
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. The guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking things in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky is the limit. Recent times have certainly been tough in Detroit. Break 14 wins last season, a franchise record low.
And Kevin, if you look, Detroit's last 5 seasons, 23 wins is the most they've had. So their fan base hungry for a winner in the Motor City.
Brent, one thing we've seen these days, 3-point variance. Can you explain it?
Well, Kevin, who's hot and who's not? That's basically what it comes down to. Look, coaches are going to have strategies against teams. A lot of teams are taking a lot more threes, but on a night where they are knocking down shots that you're willing to live with, that's when you just tip the cap, take the loss, and move on.
There's a good screen. Here's Wennington. The layup off target.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And Turner kicks to Siakam. Back to Turner. And he drops it in from the low post. And it's a 5-point Pacer lead.
And he is a load inside. Turner can back anybody down to get to his sweet spot.
Here's Wennington. He's got 22. To the wing on the left. Releases from 15. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 4th rebound with it.